3 years in power, the Jubilee administration finds itself between a rock and a hard place, particularly with graft rearing its ugly head every now and then. A tough-talking President Uhuru Kenyatta has issued warnings to corrupt cartels and even relieved off duties some of his key lieutenants serving in his cabinet for corruption allegations. Yet none of this seems to deter the thieving hands keen on dipping their hands in the cookie jar.
An integrated IDPs initiative where land was availed for resettlement.
And as the President prepares to address the nation tomorrow, all ears will be keenly listening to the latest as regards the resolve by the Jubilee administration to fight graft. The head of state in his last year's State of a Nation address tabled a list containing 175 names of people suspected to be involved in graft.
Whether you are a cabinet secretary, principal secretary, or chief executive of a state institution, to immediately step aside pending conclusion
Only a few of them have been grilled by the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission and their files forwarded to the DPP for prosecution, even though the whole process had a 60 days deadline. The public will also be keen on the anti-bribery bill proposed by the private sector that seeks to punish corporates involved in corruption and ban them from doing business in Kenya. Yesterday, Deputy President William Ruto gave a scorecard on the performance of government in tackling graft, saying the government had done a lot in the fight against the vice.
Government which has had and asked 6 cabinet secretaries at one go to step aside is the Jubilee administration. We did not talk, we acted. Right? And it is now up to the institutions, which are independent, by the way, to carry out investigations. It is not also in our purview to condemn anybody. We cannot tell somebody you are a thief or you have stolen. There are institutions that are charged with that mandate and they should do their bit.
However, Ruto exonerated the executive from blame, saying the fight against corruption can only be fought within the laid-down legal framework.
Government, we cannot convict anybody. I mean, we have to be, what is it that we can do? We can facilitate the institutions, independent institutions that are charged with matters corruption.
So do you think,
I think the question you should be asking, the judiciary is for how long are these cases going to be roaming around courts? I think that's really the question you should be asking.
Fine.
Because we have discharged our responsibility.